Hello, it's Helen from Helen Awareness of You with the weekly tarot card reading for the week of July 28th to August 3rd. So let's see what's happening for us this week. I've shuffled the cards and just asked a general question: what surrounds us for this week coming up? So let's see what the first card is. So the first card we have is the Two of Swords. Now I think this card did come up last week, in the middle of the week. So the Two of Swords. Swords are about what you're thinking about. It's your thought. And it can also be a little bit of worry as well. It also is, particularly with this card, is like this. Sometimes there can be two options. We're weighing up decisions. We're thinking about things. We're not quite sure what to do at this point. We're not acting on anything at this point in time, but there's kind of like, should I do this or should I do that? And it also can be sometimes we aren't willing to look at something as well. So this is the Monday and Tuesday of the week. We may not be willing to look at something. We have our arms folded, there's a blindfold on us. It's not a time of being emotional. It's because the water is behind us. We're sitting on dry land there. We're sitting on cement. So there's something perhaps not willing to look at or not willing to address at this point in time. So something is probably coming up that we've kind of turned our back on even. And it could be an emotional issue that we have actually turned our back on and then we're not actually willing to look at it at this point in time. I think that's okay. I think it could just be a little bit of breathing space that we need. So we're sort of just holding ourselves together to just see where it actually takes us. So that's your Two of Swords at the beginning of the week. That's your Monday, Tuesday energy there. So let's see what Wednesday brings us. So Wednesday, we have the Ten of Rods. Now, tens are always endings in tarots. So there is certainly an ending of an energy happening. But it also can very much mean with this card is being responsible, being overburdened by responsibilities as well. Being responsible for other people's problems which aren't really your own. So this is a Wednesday, Thursday energy. It also could mean as we come to the middle of the week, your Wednesday, Thursday, that things really start to pick up as well. So it's like you have a lot more energy. It was more like a sense of things really start to kind of pick up for you. So you may start to feel better about things is what, when I looked at that card, it was kind of more that kind of will and determination and moving forward with things as well. Try not to be too burdened or take on too many responsibilities. That's definitely the key player when it comes to this. But I think it's also we're moving forward now with a little bit more speed. We have a tendency to know where we're going. We have a little bit more clarity perhaps coming our way too. So we may get this when we come to Wednesday and Thursday of the week, moving forward on our journey. But it feels like the pace will pick in for us Wednesday, Thursday. Things just, things might start to speed up. We might have a lot to do. And there could also be lots of little opportunities around perhaps that you've been working on. They may start to show results for us too. So that's your Ten of Wands. That's your Wednesday, Thursday energy of the week. So as we come to the Six of Swords, this is your weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Six of Swords, there again, it's a sword card. So it is, but this is where the, things that we worry about or our stresses actually start to dissipate a little bit. We're moving on, moving forward in a far less stressful time. It also can mean travel. Some people may decide to go on a trip, have a bit of a holiday. So that's certainly a good time to be doing that as well as we come to the end of the week. Moving on to a more carefree place where things aren't so worrisome, things settle down for us. It's usually sometimes this card comes up when it's, after a bit of a stressful time, we want to have a rest. But this is sort of saying that, you're navigating your journey, you're moving away from stressful times into much more calmer waters. So We had no major arcanas, so it's all just everyday stuff that's happening this week for us. The beginning of the week is two of swords, so it might just be a bit of a maneuvering from one place to another, or even one feeling to another. It could possibly be with the two of swords. With the two of swords, we are just in that little place of perhaps a little bit of change is happening. And as we come to the end of the week with the Six of Swords, we're moving away from that feeling of, oh, I might have too much to do. I don't quite know what to do. I don't even want to have a look at that. We come to the middle of the week and we certainly pick up our energy. We get moving again. We do get into it. We start sorting out those things. And as we come to the end of the week, we know we've got a bit of a rest happening. It's not going to be stressful. We can calm down a little bit too. Enjoy the journey a little bit more as we come to the end of the weekend as well. So just sort of take it easy, I think. Don't, pace yourself. Certainly pace yourself too. Don't run around. If you have to, take it easy, I think is the key. But the energy kind of picks up in the middle of the week and then it calms down as we come to the end of the week. But I think some of this is just everyday stuff. So it could just be a week of, everyday stuff going on. We need to just pace ourselves, do what we have to do when we need to do it. If you do get a chance to rest or move towards the end of the weekend, certainly take that risk. Things will calm down for us. But I think it's just somehow a week of us kind of maybe catching up, putting things back together. So after we've been in a bit of a whirlwind type of thing, I think it's kind of just piecing things together for us. Clarifying our thoughts, because we've got two sword cards, which is usually our thoughts, can be our worries and anxieties. So clarifying those, settling them to rest, and then moving on in our journey as well. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy the Sun in Leo and Jupiter in Leo, and we shall see you next week. Bye now.